This is Chicago. At the dawn of the 21st century, Chicago's media was dominated by a handful of major corporations. But a resistance movement arose to free Chicago's media from their clutches. One player in this movement is the Chicago Independent Media Center and its TV show, Chicago Independent Television. The Independent Media Center is a worldwide network of grassroots correspondents committed to using the tools of the media for promoting social and economic justice. You are watching this month's dispatch from the Chicago Independent Media Center.
Welcome to Chicago Independent Television, a collection of progressive video reports by grassroots workers, produced free from commercial or corporate support or influence. I'm your host, Robin Banks. In this episode, we'll hear a report from Toronto about the recent global justice protests outside the G8 and G20 summits. Here in Chicago, we'll hear from activists about the recent guilty charge leveled against the infamous Chicago police officer, John Burge. And we'll go to Texas, where an activist used a video camera to turn the tables on a visit from the FBI. Stay with us.
Chicago Independent Television is not brought to you by Walmart. There's a reason we're the world's most profitable corporation. We pay our employees peanuts. Learn more at walmartwatch.com. Walmart. Always low wages, always.
Mr. Bishop, I want to use this picture on the front page of our next issue.
Oh, come now, Nancy. We can't print a picture like that. Paper is read by people all over the city. Just think what a picture like that would do to the reputation of our newspaper.
I don't think we should hide things just because they're unpleasant. How do we stop things like this if we don't let the people know they're happening?
Welcome back to Chicago Independent Television. Global justice protesters convened in Toronto to challenge the G8 and G20 summit and the historic crackdown. Let's hear a dispatch from the streets, courtesy of the Stimulator and his show, It's the End of the World as We Know It, and I Feel Fine, available on Submedia TV.
We got to keep this network growing bigger and bigger, keep challenging power in all its manifestations. They're afraid. They need $1 billion to fight us. We're the ones with the power. When we unite and we realize our power, there's no stopping us.
It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine.
We will take back our city from these exploitative profiteers, and in the streets we will be uncontrollable. This is a militant march, where many forms of resistance and tactics are welcomed and respected.
This uncontrollable expression of rage kicked off with a big splash as a sea of black-clad freedom fighters broke off from the main march and swarmed and smashed this pigmobile. Now, for those who say that the police abandoned the cop cars so that the black bloc could smash them, you are absolutely right about the smashing and the abandoning. But absolutely wrong about the motivation. The police did abandon this car, but only after it was smashed. After this explosive start, for the next hour, all you could hear was Do you know what that is? That's the sound of capitalism being smashed. I cannot even count how many corporate stores were vandalized. Starbucks, Adidas, Burger King, Starbucks, American Apparel, Starbucks, to name just a few. But the crowning symbol of this powerful demonstration of courage was the burning of cop cars. Banks were also high on the target list, and I can say without a doubt that every single motherfucking financial institution along the way got its just deserves. The scum-sucking corporate media and the subservient state-run media were also not welcome in this new vision of the world. Remember this building?
Your bank's getting fucked.
Well, the pigs were not that brave this time around and stood back like stiff statues as the resistance remodeled the pig museum. This was a fitting symbol because when we abolish the police, the only memory of their past existence will be in the halls of a museum. Yep, that day the people were writing their own history. As the space of corporate rule was stolen back and placed in the hands of the new pioneers, it's only appropriate that I steal back Walt Whitman's words from the walls of the smashed Levi's store.
Pioneers. Oh, pioneers. Come, my tan-faced children. Follow well in order. Get your weapons ready. Have you your pistols? Have you your sharp-edged axes, pioneers, oh pioneers? For we cannot tarry here. We must march, my darlings. We must bear the brunt of danger. We, the youthful, sinewy races, all the rest on us depend. Pioneers, oh pioneers. Oh, you youths, Western youths, so impatient, full of action, full of manly pride and friendship. Plain I see you, Western youths. See you tramping with the foremost. Pioneers, oh pioneers. We debouch upon a newer, mightier world, varied world. Fresh and strong the world we seize. Pioneers, oh pioneers.
And so what happened is that the bosses of this police force and other police forces decided to play public relations. And instead of doing their jobs, they let the city burn. They let those cop cars burn.
Such a defeatist attitude is pretty fucking sad. Now, I am not suggesting that we dismiss Klein altogether. Her analysis of corporate rule is an important part of our movement, but it would be wrong not to call her out on her blunder. For those of us who were there, what we saw was cops running scared and losing control of the situation every step of the way. The mass arrest of peaceful demonstrations that followed for the next 24 hours was a way for the pigs to save face.
The nature of the authority that's invested in the police is that they are authorized to use violence. And now, it's very telling who they use the violence against. Disproportionately it's men, disproportionately it's young men, disproportionately it's people of color and poor people. That tells us something about who they see it as their job to control. It also tells us something about who they see as legitimate targets for their violence. So the reaction of the authorities of violence against the police is hugely exaggerated compared to the reaction of the authorities to violence against other people in society. And this gets sort of explained in terms of sort of police heroism and the cops, risking their lives to keep us all safe and that sort of thing. But really, it's a very, simple need on the part of the state to maintain its monopoly on force. So if other people start using force, especially against the monopoly holder, then the position of the state as the final arbiter with the backing of force is challenged. So it's very important from the perspective of state building to maintain that monopoly.
Remember, kids, you can podcast high-quality video of this show at submedia.tv.
You're watching Chicago Independent Television.
See the soul of a nation.